Everyone, before I start going through the chats and everything, I said it before that I did not feel nearly as hopeless after Game 3 this time as I did after Game 3 against the Panthers. You look at this roster, you look at the best players we have that have all the experience that they have now in the playoffs, the trade deadline acquisitions we brought in, of which one of them was a big factor tonight, and that of Evgeny Kuznetsov. And I just had this feeling deep down in my heart after Game 3, and it didn't just have to do with them zooming in on Aho and him looking possessed, that this team was not done yet. There was something else to be written in this story. They've still got work to do, but they have the momentum now. The New York Rangers have now had 2 opportunities to close out this series and have not done it. And the first definitive victory in this series by more than 1 goal belongs to the Carolina Hurricanes, and they kept wearing the Rangers down, wearing them down, and they took over the game in the third period. That is a good sign, because that's what we're used to seeing them do. Fight wars of attrition through speed. They did that tonight. It took them a while to get to their game. There's still some things that need to be sorted out. But right now, they're in a really good spot. They're in the exact same spot that they would have been in if they'd split them at home or split them on the road. They already won 2 games in a row just now. There's no reason they can't do it again. So, Pesce is apparently close to being back. Pesce being in the lineup will ultimately be better than Tony DeAngelo, in my opinion. Reason being is because if you mitigate the Rangers' power play, we're going to get into the numbers here in a little bit. If you mitigate the power play, your chances of beating the Rangers skyrocket. The Hurricanes put 3 past Shesterkin and 1 in an empty net. And when they take care of business in their end of the ice, 3 is enough to beat them. More is better, but 3 can do it if you take care of business in the defensive zone, if you deny entry, if you disrupt transition. Carolina did all that tonight. Not nearly as much as I would have liked to have seen them do, but they have done it plenty. So Sam Driscoll from the Caniac Report will be joining us shortly. Let me let him know that I will send him an invite in a moment. After I finish my open here, I will start going through the chats as soon as I send him this invite here. Thank you guys for joining us. I already know it says that there's 7 people watching the stream. I know it's more than that just because this chat is getting lit up with all kinds of people in here. There's more than 7 people in here. I guarantee you that. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Let me get our friend Sam in here. I also would like to say, I never thought I would say this 2 games in a row. Both of these games were very well officiated. There was nothing that was, you can't expect the officiating to be perfect, but you can at least hope that it's not a decisive factor in the game. And tonight, I don't feel like it was. Alrighty. All right, so I sent Sam Driscoll an invite. He'll be in here in a moment. Alrighty. Okay, we got the stats pulled up here. And Sam will be backstage here in a moment. We'll go ahead and start getting through the comments. BTS, welcome back. Let's go. Woo! Yeah, that's about how I feel about it, even though I sat there and I watched that game in dead silence the whole time. Now, when Martinook scored, I wanted to yell, but my girlfriend's already asleep, so I didn't want to wake her up because I'm really fucking loud sometimes. So I didn't want to wake her up because we both got to work in the morning. I'm going to be dead tired there tomorrow. Let me get Sam up here. All righty. We are good to go. Sorry the aspect ratio on the camera gets messed up when you come in here. I don't know why. I can't help that. I'll figure out how to fix it, though.
It could be our Wi-Fi. It's not the best.
Yeah. So I remember I distinctly said something to you at the 57-minute mark of the last video we did together. Do you remember what I said?
You'll have to remind me.
I will see you on Thursday.
That's true. You did. And I get to see you on Thursday. This is awesome.
I don't know how the hell I'm going to work out the logistics of getting down there, but I don't feel so good. I don't think I can go to work on Thursday. I might need Friday off too.
Can I say something to the Rangers
You
idiots
go right ahead.
who are listening to this because they're pissed and they're going to
Mhm.
try and troll us and call us names and typical New York bullshit. So I want to tell this to you because I had a Rangers fan, which is why I'm hoarse right now, decided to talk a little shit as they
Mhm.
were leaving the game on
Oh,
Saturday.
I know what you're gonna say. I'm gonna let you have this
And
one though.
these bums were like, "Oh, we're not coming back here for games. We aren't going to be back here. It doesn't matter. Keep your word. Stay
Yeah,
in New
don't come
York.
back.
We don't want you here. We don't like you." And for those of you who live in Cary, stay in Cary. We also don't like you that much either.
Mhm.
This is going to be. You want to talk about an arena being loud? It's going to rival Game 3 against the Caps in 2019.
That's what I was thinking because that game was I wasn't there, but I could feel the energy on TV watching it. I really could.
I was
Um,
there. It was booming. It was.
mhm.
I got dizzy. It got so loud
Yeah.
because that is just how loud it got. And I expect this to be a rival to that. There are going to
Mhm.
be Rags fans there. Whatever. Go to hell. I don't care. And
One of my cool
this
ones is actually saying stuff to me on Twitter right now. That's not mean. He's cool.
Okay, This is going 7.
I agree.
It's going 7. Trip said, if we win tonight, it's basically tied. I agree
Mhm.
because right now, even still, the pressure's on New York. It's not on Carolina.
Mhm.
This is all in New York, so we'll see what happens Thursday. But I'm pumped. I'm ready. I'm gonna lose the rest of my voice that game. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to get there, but I will be there
Hey, if you go back to
somehow
work
or
on
another.
Friday and you don't have a voice, you can say, "Yeah, see, I don't
Oh,
sound.
I ain't
Don't I
working the next
sound
day after.
sick?"
I ain't going back to work on Friday after driving all the way back up here. I'll just put in a request to work on Saturday to make up my hours, and then I'll be
Perfect.
done with that in time for a hypothetical game 7. Let's go through some more of the chats here. Kirby says, "E, yes sir, yes sir, I agree." Travis, you fucking madman, you called it. Guess you'll be taking a trip to PNC. Yes, I will. I'm gonna stay up late tonight and get that all figured out. I'm gonna find me a room. I'm gonna take care of scheduling my dog to get boarded. Yeah, you heard me.
He's like, "No."
No, he's just laying there curled up in a little ball.
Look,
He was
if
sitting.
you need a place to stay, I'll talk to Sam. We'll work it out. I got a couch.
Dude, I sleep on that couch, or I was sleeping on that couch because we didn't have our bed assembled yet until a couple of days ago. So she was sleeping on the couch in the living room, and I was sleeping on this one.
Look, if you need it, let me know. I'll talk to Sam. I'll go talk to
I'll
him.
sleep on the floor, dude. I got an air mattress in my closet. I'll just bring that with me. I don't give a damn.
Give me a second. 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll go through the chats while you're at it. Whoa, we're halfway there. Let's go, Canes. Let's go, boys. Still work to be done. Yeah, but the most important thing they could do in terms of, I mean, they have to win every game anyway, but like it becomes a much more consequential it becomes much more consequential for the
All right,
Rangers.
man. You can stay on our couch. We got you. We got
All
you.
right, cool. Does he want to jump on here? I can send him an invite too, since you're having
You want to
your
hop on?
technical difficulties.
Want to hop on for 10 minutes, then we'll record?
Why not?
All right.
Let me see if I
Okay.
can though. With the 2 headphones already in.
Okay, let me send him an
Let me
invite.
see if I can.
He's gonna see what he can do.
Okay, I'll send him
He
an
said
invite
he
anyway.
got it work. He got it working just as we jumped on. And for those of you who are listening and you would like to, we'll have an episode out tomorrow. As long as everything works, we should have an episode out tomorrow. You have any fun Rangers comment that we can make fun of?
No, not yet. Like I said, all my mutuals on X and everything have actually been really cool so far. They're just telling me good game and everything. I guess I got lucky. I got all the cool Ranger fans. I didn't have to deal with any like the ones you were having to deal with. Like the last time I was at a game and the Rangers were there, the guy that sat next to me was really cool. Like I don't know. It's
Fortunately, I didn't sit next to any Rangers fans. It was like
Mhm.
one, I think, in front of Matt Griff,
Mhm.
and he was the one who started talking mad shit, and I just started yelling at the top of my lungs at him as he was leaving. So did the guy next to me, and then one of the guys who was in the press box right above us just it
Mhm.
got loud enough that he's like looking over and he's just laughing.
Bro must have been drunk if he's going to talk shit to Matt, though. Matt is a very scary looking person. I wouldn't
Matt-
fuck with him.
Matt was giving it to him too, and it was funny. The guy was just losing it. He was so pissed that they lost.
I am so happy. Travis, see anyone else having a celebratory beer? I had so I was drinking if you saw an X, I I forget what they're called. My girlfriend gets a bunch of them. She got a couple of flavors that she think I would like. They're like these little buzzball things. They're basically like glorified wine coolers. The first two I cracked open was pretty much in sync with Carolina's first 2 goals. And now we are adding another Sam. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. And I'm glad my audio is good this time. Did you remember I sounded like I was in a fish tank the last time you and I were on? I figured out why. I accidentally had it set to the webcam audio instead of this.
To be fair, you sound like a fishbowl right now to me.
Oh, I do? Hold up. Let me check something then. I don't know why it keeps defaulting back to the damn.
Trust me, I just had audio issues.
Yeah. I'm not really worried about it. Let's see. So, Coconut Kyle, let's fucking go. Jeremy's point of view, 1 game at a time. I'm starting to believe we can come back and take the series. If we win Game 6, it would be so sweet to take the series in NY in front of those cocky Ranger fans. And the most decisive victory has been on the road in MSG.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. Yep. And now,
we gave up a shorty.
Yeah, that has to stop. This is for Tim Peel. TDA played great. Yeah, fuck you, Tim Peel. You know what the difference is, Tim Peel, between you and Tony DeAngelo? Tony DeAngelo still has his job in the NHL. Go fuck yourself.
That's true. That's very true. Tim Peel doesn't work in the NHL.
No, Tony DeAngelo is allegedly racist and sexist and all this other shit. But apparently he's good enough at his job to where that's kind of pushed to the side. He's not. We all know that. Stall, you beauty. Dude, when he stretched out and tucked that puck in, I was like, at that moment, I was like, holy fuck, we're actually going to win this game. Like, when your captain has a moment like that, it galvanizes the whole bench.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sam and I screamed on our couch.
It reminded me of Game 7 against the Washington Capitals a bit. Because we were rolling then, too.
Yeah. Because I remember watching that game. I was at a place up here, and some drunk guy was yelling at me about something. I don't know. He's one of those guys you could tell only watched playoff hockey and everything. You know, he's asking me all this shit about, oh, are you a new fan or something? I'm wearing my damn Tuomo Ruutu sweater. I'm like, yeah, bro. And I actually played that night too, and I skated that morning at MedStar. I don't know if I ever told you guys about that story of the stare down that I had with Todd Reardon. I'll save that for a little bit. Hell fucking yeah, bro. I agree. Matthew Brown, what's up, buddy? Like I said, we are not going out without a fight, 1 shift at a time, then 1 period at a time, 1 at a time. Let's go, Canes. And that's what they did tonight. They played shift by shift. So to reflect how dumb
spot we were in 2019, the exact same position.
Yes, and they're coming to our house now. And those of you who sold your tickets last time, I will forgive you if you don't do it this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
For now. Fragile forgiveness.
Even then, though, it still looked like the last home game. Hurricanes had a fair advantage over Ranger fans.
It was about 60-40.
Yeah, when I was watching it on TV, well, hell, for being down 3-0, that's actually pretty good. But I remember watching it on TV, and I'm like, yeah, they're not as prevalent there as I thought they would be. Let's see. The silence was deafening tonight once we strangled it out tonight. Yeah. I agree. Like that place turned into a library. Even before Nate just got the empty netter, people were starting to leave. Like, I noticed that on TV. They were just leaving. Watching the building empty out at 3-1. Yes.
This game on Thursday.
That brought me joy.
It did. This is going to be the most lit postseason game probably since 2019.
The
Game
Washington
3.
series.
Yes. The return to the play. This is going to be that lit. Oh, man, I just got to decide which sweater do I want to wear. Do I want to wear my KK one? Do I want to wear my D'Angelo one that's back there?
What did you wear? Have you worn any for any of these last 2 wins?
No, what I've been wearing is this tank top gets dirtier every day. It's got chili. It's got cheese. It has, let's see what else is on it. I've got a cranberry smash vodka mule on it.
Oh, my gosh.
It's not getting washed, though. Some of it's just saying just like this.
Oh my gosh, it's great. Let's see here. Who do you wear? Tony, because that'll piss off the Rangers guys.
You know what? I'm going to wear Tony. I wore him in DC, and actually nothing bad happened. Nobody cared.
They have Tom Wilson. They know better than to talk crap about anybody like that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be able to be there, so don't worry. There's not going to be any bad luck, hopefully.
Mm. Well, my dad hasn't watched. He didn't watch tonight or the last game. He after game 3, he said, I'm just not going to watch, and he didn't watch tonight either. So I told him thank you for his sacrifice.
I'm bringing my old college roommate who has only been to wins, and he came to game 1 against the Islanders.
Mm-hmm.
So, trying to do all we can to get the good luck flowing.
The only playoff game I've ever been to was last year in Game 5 against New Jersey. That's why I'm tempted to wear my KK one, and I remember exactly what hat I was wearing too. This one, my Coho one.
I'm trying to get this shared live on our Twitter as well.
Oh yeah, do that, please. Do I need to send you anything, or
I just copied the YouTube link on the phone.
okay? Clinton Brindle says we are in here, big dog. Yes, we are. Let's go, boys. Just imagine we could actually score on the power play. LOL. Yeah, that's got to get fixed. The good thing about it is the 5-on-5 lines. I think that I know Rod doesn't want to change them this late in the series. That's fine. They're good enough. But the power play, Burnsy's got to come off of it. He fucked up. He bumbled it so bad at the blue line so many times tonight. Put Tony there. I don't care what your opinions are of Tony. He's the better option right now. Put Tony there. 100% the calls were fair. Yes, this game was very well officiated in my opinion, and the last one was too. Funny how
they let a lot go, and that's playoff hockey. That's how this should be done.
As long as it's equal at both ends, I don't give a damn. Either call it tight or call it loose. Just make it. If you want to call it tight, there was a guy that used to be an SPHL official who told me and my dad this. He said, so in that league, there's never been more than 10 teams. So basically what they would do is if they had typically guys played back-to-back games, right? It would be team would come to town and they would play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday sometimes even. And what they would do is they'd go up to both. They'd call a penalty over the most ticky-tack shit they could on both sides in the first minute. They'd skate over to the benches and they'd say, that's the standard tonight, and they'd say it to both benches. If you do that, that's fine. If you're going to let them play, that's fine. But the things that they called on both us and the Rangers, I felt were fair. So the officiating was good tonight. I will give credit where it's due. I think they get a lot of heat, but they have a very difficult job. When they do it correctly, they should be praised for it, just like they're criticized for it when they make a mistake.
Look, the best part here was we emptied MSG.
We did.
Before the buzzer. There was nobody left in that building.
Yeah.
Nobody.
The worst part about it is the ones that are going to be there at PNC are going to be super liquefied. They're going to get really brave to go in that building, because I guarantee if they know anything about this game, know anything about this team, they're fucking nervous right now, because if it was the other way around, I would be nervous.
Oh, yeah. I would too.
All right, let's see what else we got. BTS, not the band. Lesson delivered. This is one of my best friends in the whole world right here. Keep it up, Canes. What's up, Warning Take? What's up, bro? How you doing? The captain leading the comeback was awesome. Yeah, and for all the criticism people want to give Jordan Stahl, sometimes that's why he's the captain, though. He comes up in clutch moments. Now, I don't know what it's up to now. When last I looked, he had 47 hits in this series and 18 shots on goal. He's not a slouch at all.
I thought he's played great this series. Yeah, we questioned whether or not he should be captain next season. I think when you're down 3-0 in a season, when you should be dominating and you should be making it to the Stanley Cup Finals, I think that's a fair question to ask. But I don't think I would ever criticize his play in this period, because I think his play is in the series. I think his play's been excellent. He just hasn't scored. But you know what? He scored at one of the biggest times in Game 5, and you win Game 5, and you've given yourself an opportunity to come back home and play at Raleigh. The Rangers didn't want to come back here. Apparently New York media thinks Fox is hurt. Well, guess what? Sucks. You got to come back to Raleigh and play.
Yeah, and you know what's funny about that? You know who they're blaming for that? I don't know if you saw that collision with him and Nick Jensen. That was even more accidental than the one with him and Aho. And they were trying to say Nick Jensen did that on purpose. I'm like, Nick Jensen is not a dirty player. I really like him. I mean, I don't know what they were calling Adam Pelech dirty a month ago. And I'm like, Adam Pelech's not dirty either. I don't know what they're watching, but Aho, Pelech, and Jensen, none of them are dirty at all. Hell, I wish Aho played a little more physical, and he has been lately, and the results are showing.
Yeah. It's just one of those bizarre things that you've got here. Rangers think everyone else is dirty. But you know what? Good for you, Rangers fans. Your dirtiest player put the puck in the net on the shorthanded goal. I'll give it to you. It was
was
a
the
heck of a
highlight of his
shot,
career.
but Freddie should have stopped it. But
Yeah. So speaking of that, next game, Kochekov or Freddie?
Kochekov, God, Kochekov, you can't allow that goal.
Yeah, because Kochekov would have been halfway out of the net for that. I don't think that happens to him.
Your job as the goalie is to have the shot, and I don't feel like Anderson had the shot.
Yeah, because it was Shea, I think, that covered the other Ranger player on the rush, so he did his part. He took away the passing lane. Let's see. Flavors Mage, the captain leading the comeback, was awesome. Yeah, he really sparked something when he scored that goal. They played out of their minds the rest of the game from there. It wasn't even close who was going to win that game after that.
Now, if Anderson starts, not like I'm going to be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Anderson, after that goal, was solid.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like, okay, I mean, I think the goalie can win again.
He's able to bounce back. Anderson can. The biggest thing with Anderson is consistency. He can bounce back, but can he stay consistent through a whole 60?
That's what I'm worried about, because we need 2 whole 60 performances.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Let's see. Clinton Brindle. Dude, if we played like that in the third period and scored on the power plays, they would be toast. Yeah. Legitimately, that's what I was saying before. If Carolina wins the special team battles, this series is it's over. It's like the only times that I felt they weren't that great 5-on-5. Game 1, they were kind of lackluster 5-on-5. They sucked at everything in Game 1. In Game 4, 5-on-5, I know we won, but it could have been better. If they play every period like they did the third period tonight, we're good. We'll be okay. Stahl was incredible. Yes, he was. He galvanized the bench tonight. Pat the ref, welcome back. Bless and deliver. Stahl really came up big for it. Yes, he did. That was reminiscent of Stanley Cup winning with the Penguins, Jordan Stahl, that we saw tonight. That really was.
By the way, I don't know if you saw the story with what happened. If you're familiar with the Izzo family and Emma. I
glanced over it. I didn't get the chance to watch it. Was she the little girl that passed out on the ice or whatever it was that one time while she was playing juniors or something?
No. So that's
a different Emma then. Okay.
This is one of the players, one of the young girls who is special needs, and she's on the glass with the players. The players come up fist bump her all the time. She's one of the Hurricanes' good luck charms.
Yeah, Shay goes over there. Okay, I know who that is. Yeah.
And that family is just awesome. And Emma's awesome. Huge Caniac family. But if you're looking for tickets, by the way, hit her up. They're selling a couple. They're trying to sell it to only Hurricanes fans, and I know these folks, that's what they're going to do. So they have a couple extra, because from my understanding, I think they bought extras to keep out of the hands of Rangers fans. So, good for them for that. But
are they lower ball?
They are.
Okay, cool. I'm going to try and pry a friend of mine away from his new job. Bless and deliver. You're getting sick right now. You don't feel good, okay? You understand? This is funny. The droid you're looking for.
And so you are aware, I am actually trying to keep up on Twitter to see if there's anything important.
Yeah.
Sounds like so. Corey Love tweeted lots of hoots and hollers out of the Hurricanes locker room as we all wait to get in. So the Hurricanes locker room's ready to go. I bet the Rangers is quiet because was
Walt Ruff there?
He was there, actually.
Okay, so all right, cool. I'm just making sure. Yeah, because we were trying to ban him from being around the team. We're like, you go to another wedding. You're bad luck. Get out of here.
Corey Love, Stahl's talking to the TV after the game, so good for Stahlsy there.
Good.
I thought this was their best game throughout the entire series.
I do too.
I thought that was one point. Really dialed in from first period to the third period.
Yes,
they absolutely were. Tweeted out during the game, looks like the Hurricanes have figured some things out. Let's see if they can stay disciplined to close out here. 5-on-5, it's starting to look apparent who the better team is.
Oh, and see, what's funny about that is I remember I was watching the game on Saturday, and my girlfriend's best friend is a really big Caps fan. And when Carolina took the lead, she looks at her phone and she says, oh, Virginia, her friend's name's just texted her, and she says, oh, it looks like the Canes are coming back. And I pointed at her, I said, you tell her to shut the fuck up right now. I know what she's trying to do. I knew what she was trying to do.
My friend, one of my colleagues that I work with, he texted me, and he was, let's see, what did he say? He was like, what the fuck is, let's go. He's a Bruins fan, but he hates the Rangers too.
Let's see. masterpiece by the captain. Yes, he really. They were cooking with oil, gas, and gravy after he scored that goal. Carolina got possessed after that.
Trippers.
Thank you, Tripp.
Tripp's gonna love it.
Yeah,
Tripp's
thank
gonna
you,
love
Tripp
it.
Tracy, for putting another crazy phrase in my head as if I didn't have enough from him.
So are
I
we
love
going to be
Tripp.
yelling at, if the Canes get a couple of them, are we going to be yelling, Igor?
Nah, don't tempt fate.
So I did it at aspects on game 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we won, we were yelling at the huge chant at him. It was pissed at those Rangers fans all something fierce. Mainly because Igor made like a good save, so the guy next to me and I were like, "Where's your chance? That was actually a good save. Come on, where's the Igor chance, guys?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when I said we were taunting them, we were taunting them.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like I said, they're in our house. Make them feel miserable. They shouldn't enjoy the game.
It's going to be loud for the Hurricanes, I think, game 6.
It will. Greatest comeback ever in effect. We're off to a right start for it. That's for sure.
What was it, 2014 LA?
That was the Los Angeles Kings. Yep. And you know
cup.
what they did
They won the cup.
that year. Yeah.
I'm going to say this too. We come back and win this series, the Hurricanes are going to win the Stanley Cup.
There's no way that they don't.
Because
And
that will just galvanize you. You will feel like you cannot lose.
Oh, and to top it off, considering Florida's probably going to win their series, and they're going to be like, "Oh, revenge time. We owe you. Bobrovsky won't save you this time, cowards."
No, because now we have people who can score.
Yeah, no shit. Everyone's healthy. Anthony Connard, one of the best friends that I've ever had in the whole world, and also a great supporter of the channel. He's a Caps fan, but he's doing this for us.
Kuzi, what a play by Kuzi.
Yeah, I forgot how much I liked Kuzi until he came to play for us.
Both of our deadline acquisitions have played great. And
Yeah, Rod. I don't
been
know why
very
Rod
effective.
scratched him in game 2, man. I
It
hope
was stupid.
it was. I mean,
But it
ultimately
could,
we might not.
turn out to be the greatest thing ever because by scratching Kuznets off, maybe he
Lit him
ever
up.
since
Yeah.
then kind of bit him up.
And after that stupid penalty, Rod was like, "You want to have that happen again?"
hmm
And he probably went out and was like, "Oh shoot."
Yeah, he's probably sitting in the press box going, "Oh, I'm not letting this happen again." QM Rules, what's up, brother? It's Brett from X. Hey, bud, good to see you. This is my favorite Rangers account, actually. He's really cool. He's like, when everyone was like getting mad at Aho over the Fox thing, he was like, "Bro, Aho didn't do anything." Logan Craig, I can't handle my emotions at the moment. Hope is one hell of a drug. Well, it's working right now, and it's not a hallucinogen at the moment. There's a legitimate chance Carolina can win this series, and they're under the best circumstances possible to push it to 7. PNC Arena is probably going to be something that most of us have never seen before on Thursday.
Yeah. Unless you were at that game against the Caps.
Yeah.
Game 3 against the Caps. Nothing. I've been to a lot of playoff games, been to most playoff games. Nothing's been that loud. Sam, I know you were at 2019. I don't know if game 2 against the Islanders equaled that. I don't know if you feel that way. I wasn't at that one, but there have been.
I was at game 4 when we swept the Islanders.
No. I meant, were you at the game when we beat when we came back against the Islanders this year? Was that comparable or no?
I can't remember.
This year, you went to game 2, the big comeback.
Oh, that was to me the biggest comeback.
Yeah,
and listen, I loved the comeback in the third period, but it's just a lot harder in general. No matter which team you're versing, being down 3-0 against any team and coming back and winning 5-3.
I meant like
back
the noise level. Was it loud? Like compared to 2019 when the Hurricanes had their first playoff game and that game, was there a comparable for the noise level? Like was that game loud compared to 2019, our first playoff game?
Yeah, it was up there. It really was because we were so good in our first home game against Washington.
The only time I've ever left a building with my ears ringing worse than I did PNC Arena after Game 5 versus the Devils, I was at a Beartooth and a Day to Remember concert, and we did a mosh pit, and then we did a wall of death, and I landed on my head in a really funny way. And then when we left, I was just like, "Oh fuck! I'm glad I'm not driving." I had little birdies flying around in my head and shit. But like the night when Jesper Foss scored that overtime winner, dude, my ears rang for days, and I've already got tinnitus from when I was in the military. But I was absolutely worth it. But blessing to live, another one.
Well, look, Brandon, like I said, welcome to stay over here. We're gonna all have a great time.
Yes, we will.
The New York Rangers on Thursday. Sam and I got to go record an episode.
I won't be
ourselves.
here. I won't be here. I'm being in Charlotte for work.
Oh, damn.
But Sam and I are going to go record our episodes. Everybody check that out. It'll come out tonight, tomorrow, something like that. And you guys can enjoy that. And I hate to duck out on you, Brandon, but we got to
no, dude, I understand. No, you guys go ahead and do your thing.
did.
I'll get through these comments here and everything. Thank you for joining us. And as I stated before, I will see you on Thursday.
See you on Thursday, buddy.
That's going to be this channel's first T-shirt.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, Brett, I'm very, very sorry. I got you confused with the other Brett that I'm mutuals with that's a Rangers fan. He was really cool. I was actually about to type to him and said, thanks for stopping by the stream, and then I realized it was you and not him. You're still my number one Brett, though. Let's see. Thayercraft, let's fucking go, 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 go. Is it the big sips? Let's see. I don't want to jump the gun, but I feel like something special is in the making. They took the biggest step they needed to take tonight. They got the series back home. That's going to be monumental for their chances to really win. I was very happy with TDA tonight. He had a couple of ozone pinches I wasn't 100% for, but all in all, what a game. Yeah, I thought he was solid tonight. He was definitely better than he was the last game, because in game 4, there was he cost us a goal in the last game. I'm not going to pretend he didn't. I'm a big TDA fan, and I think that he's very mischaracterized and very, a lot of people use him as a scapegoat because they don't like his politics or his personality. But both those guys that were just in this live stream, they've both met him. My buddy AB has met him, and they said he's the most down-to-earth dude in the world. You can't judge people by how they are at work, because, I had a friend in the Navy named Ian. Him and I hated each other at work. I won't say we hated each other. We didn't get along at work very well. We had a lot of confrontation and stuff, but we hung out outside of work all the time. Thayercraft, the lineup looks so much better tonight. Yeah, and that's what I was saying before. The lines that we have 5-on-5, they're not super matchup friendly. I think it's like you're trying to evenly distribute the defensive capability, the scoring, the physicality evenly throughout all 12 of those players. And while it might not work the best at home, it works better on the road, which is weird. But considering that we were going to have to win at least one game on the road, now 2, or now we only have to win one more on the road and win one more at home, then that's a different story. We played stock Canes hockey minus a shorthanded goal. Yeah, that's got to get cleaned up. That's why I'm like, Burns has got to come off the power play. He needs to just relegate his minutes to being 5-on-5 with Slavin. You have 2, and if you count Orlov, 3 other power play options. While Tony's in the lineup, you might as well put him back there. And when Pesce comes back, because Pesce needs to be in the lineup against the Rangers, especially, out of the simple fact that everything we can do to mitigate them scoring on the power play raises Carolina's chances to win exponentially. The commentary was ridiculous again tonight, too. Once their Rangers were down, absolutely no pumping our tires. I love seeing the sadness spread across their fans' faces. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why wear the tank top under your sweater. Yeah, I will do that. It's not the most comfortable thing just because of how the sweaters are underneath the armpits, but I will do it. Wear D'Angelo. I'll do it. Def TDA. All right. That Coho hat is mint. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what I'll do. I'll do my TDA sweater and my Coho hat. That Kuznetsov slashing penalty almost made me want him to get benched. Glad that didn't happen. So, funny thing about that, I remember I posted something on X right after that happened. And I'm like, Kuzi, you can't do that, buddy. And one of my followers on there, I forget which one. He's one of my new ones. He said, no, Kuzi got speared in the nuts before that, so he got pissed off. And I'm like, oh, well, the replay didn't show that because I think I got up to do something real quick and came back. So, either way, you can't take that penalty. But, it's like he really took the axe to the guy over that. If he got speared in the nuts, I don't blame him. I've had that done to me before. That shit hurts. In a pickup game of all fucking places. Let's see. We stepped it up in the third period. We need that kind of play the rest of the way. Yeah. And if Carolina plays like that for 60 minutes, twice in a row, the Rangers can hang for most of it, but they can't hang for enough to win if Carolina plays like that. When I start looking at the stats and stuff here in a couple of minutes, we'll see who had what. And, like I said, limiting their top 6 was going to be really important. That was done pretty well tonight. And by pretty well, I mean the only goal they got was Truba shorthanded. And I hate to say it, I kind of blame Anderson for that one. He should have had that. Anthony, good to see you again, buddy. Need some Aho magic on Thursday at home to force this to 7. Where Aho be? Well, the only reason I don't want to wear my Aho one, so the Aho one I have, as you know, Anthony, my Aho one is a Made in Canada Pro Stock one. It's the only Made in Canada Pro Stock one I have of game sweaters. I have a bunch of the Adidas practice ones. The biggest reason I don't want to wear that one is, one, it's summertime now, so it's going to be really warm wearing that one. And two, if anybody spilled anything on it, I would get rather upset. I'm probably going to get another one of the white Aho ones, but with the, like the retail authentic types to wear to games. That one I don't think is ever going to leave the closet. If I can ever get it signed and put it in a case, it's going up on the wall. That's it for that. Called it Rags fans blaming the refs again. Over what? That game was very well officiated. That was a very well officiated game. The last one was well, and I'm not just saying that because we won. There was no point where they gave Carolina a penalty or gave the Rangers a penalty, and I go, "What the fuck are you calling that for?" No, the entire time I was like, "Yep, that's a penalty." It's just it felt like a well officiated game to me. Stahl ain't flashy, but at least he can win a fucking face-off and use his big ass to push people around. Yeah, and that was one of the things that, like, I remember Rod Davidson said about Rod Brindamore during the Stanley Cup Finals in 2006. He said he's not the flashiest player, but he's the captain, and talks about how he had a will over skill type of mindset and everything like that. And I see a lot of that in Jordo, but where I really see a lot of it instilled at is with Aho. Nobody really, like, that's why I made that video I made when I finished the title of it, Sebastian Aho, a modern Rod Brindamore. I saw those influences in Aho's game, and I still see them. Aho's a little more offensively minded than Brindamore in a lot of ways, but Aho's going to have 1,000 points. I genuinely believe that. Brindamore had over 1,000. So, bless and deliver. Happy we got this W. We got to clean up the power play, but we got some good momentum. Definitely wear Tony. I think I'm going to, because not only do I get to piss off Rangers fans, I also get to piss off Hurricanes fans that were sitting there claiming to love their team but wanting Matt Rempe to beat the shit out of Tony DeAngelo. And if you think Matt Rempe is a better hockey player in any capacity than Tony DeAngelo, you need to get your fucking eyes checked. It's like, seriously, Tony's an amazing skater. He's got his problems elsewhere, but edge work wise, that dude is insanely fun to watch. Igor Shook. Yeah, that's all you have to do. Put a few past him, and he'll start doubting himself. That's the thing with a goalie like that. Start Artis Urbe. Yeah, last I heard of him, he was your goaltending coach up here in Washington. I don't know where he's at nowadays, but I know someone who went on a date with him. That was pretty cool. I really don't know who should play goalie. It's a tough choice if you're Rod. Both goalies are brilliant until they let in a softie. Yeah, that's my only thing. It's like I can see both sides of it. Go with Kochekov because I think he's more likely to make the big saves and stand on his head and do highlight reel shit. But if you go with Freddie, you have a steady goalie when he's on, and he's also got the experience factor on his side. Now, I think if we manage to get through this series, Kochekov needs to start game one in the next series and give Freddie a break. That I would go with. My friend is friends with her, and I got to meet Emma one time. Yeah, I'd heard of her before and everything like that. I skimmed over whatever was going around on X about something. I didn't get the chance to read it though because it was a really long post and everything like that. I just didn't have time to get to it today. I have it bookmarked. I'm gonna catch up on the whole story and everything at some point or another. LOL, bro, my PTO is gone. Well, shit. Don't make me go by myself. Please hit the like for Postgame. Let's fucking go, Canes. J-Dub, thank you so much. You've always been a great supporter of this channel, and I'm really grateful for all you guys. W, absolutely. I have exactly 0 rolling rocks the last 2 games. Y'all are welcome. Dirt dry as fuck. I would start Cooch, but it's a tough call. Yeah, again, my bad, Brett. I got you confused with the other Brett. I thought he was just stopping in to say hi because he's really cool. But yeah, once I read, I figured out it was you. Please forgive me. You don't mess with Raleigh. I couldn't stop smiling at 3-1. What kind of fucks boo their own team and leave early? See, that's one thing I've noticed. It's like, okay, last year, the 4 overtime game that we had against Florida, I was sitting there watching it on TV and I'm like, yo, that's most of the people are still there. Yeah, I just don't get it. It's like I've been at games in DC before and they're still totally winnable. Like they're down 3-1 with 4 minutes left and people are leaving. I'm like, yo, it's not over yet. It's not the 90s. You can make those 2 goals up in a relatively short amount of time. Rags fans left early. Yeah, and you know what they'll say? Oh, I had to catch the train. Other than the PNC, I was at Game 5 in 2019 in Washington where we got blown out and that building was really loud. It can get loud in there. It really can. Like, who has seen shows at the brewery? Huh. I don't know. You'll have to elaborate a little bit more on that for me to understand it. See you, boys. See you, Bread. I won't have you confused with the other Bread next time. I'm very sorry. Matthew Brown, I've been saying that Aho reminds me of Rod with a little bit of Eric Stahl. Yeah. The thing that I noticed when I made the video comparing the two, Aho doesn't engage in the physicality as much. He's not one to lay big hits. Now, I take that back after this series to some degree because he's been more physical than I've ever seen him play. Like in Game 4, he was laying the body on everybody. He tends to separate player from puck as opposed to puck, or he tends to separate puck from player as opposed to player from puck. He's more about poke checking in situations where Brind'Amour would, lay the body on somebody. He wins faceoffs cleanly, whereas Brind'Amour overpowered the other guy just because of how strong he was and how he uses low center of gravity and everything like that. Plus, back then, they didn't just up and fucking, just drop the damn puck. That's why people keep jumping the faceoff. If you're not trying to jump the faceoff, you're not trying. If you're not cheating, you're not trying in that situation. Everybody does that. If you don't do that, the other guy will get the step on you and you lose that battle. Freddie deserves a break, a beer and a steak dinner with a supermodel. Yeah, and you know who else I think deserves a steak after that game is Jack Drury. Jack Drury was essential to that game with a lot of intangibles. He blocked those 2 really important shots. And who really impressed me tonight, again, not on the score sheet, but intangibles and playing good defense, Jalen Chatfield has been the most consistent player that the Hurricanes have had on the back end through this entire postseason. I cannot be convinced otherwise. He just does all the little things well. Kuzi made up for his dumb penalty. Yeah, he did. I reckon I could do LWAP. I'm like, well, go ahead, dude. Go ahead, please. I want to be a fly on the wall when you call your boss and be like, hey, I don't feel good. Yeah. I DM'd you when you said it too. You're still my boy. All love, V. I'll see you, pal. Yogi Berra called. It's over. Western Boulevard Music Hall, Raleigh. Okay, cool. I've never got to go there, but I would definitely be willing to try that. Oh, you were mentioning. Oh, yeah. Okay. Aho and the boys in general need to know where their outlet pass is at all times. Too many times we skate up into their defenders with no clue where we're going. Orlov, Aho, TDA, Burns. Yeah, there was definitely still a few too many instances of one pass too many on entry. Otherwise, this game's probably 6-1. If they can clean that up, like the lines are showing some chemistry right now. I don't know if Brind'Amour's planning on leaving them this way in the event that Foss comes back or anything. But they found the chemistry just in time to make the series interesting. It's been cool to find your channel recently. I'm 27 and I've been born and raised a Canes fan since I was 8. Running into another Canes fan on the street feels like meeting a long-lost relative. Yeah, it definitely feels that way. It's always kind of felt that way for me because I left home when I was 17. So I never really ran into a whole bunch of other ones. And I remember, I'd be up in Chesapeake playing pickup hockey or, playing in beer leagues up there and going around doing tournaments in like Massachusetts and Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and places like that. And people find it kind of obscure that I'm a Canes fan because they're like, well, they suck. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't mean I'm going to abandon my team. They'll be good again one day. And now they are. So there's times where I run into other Canes fans and it's really cool because there's one that I'm really good friends with that I played with named Kevin. This game felt like a role player game. Stahl, Martinook, Drury, Chatty all played great. Yeah, and that was one of the things I talked about before. Never count Jordan Martinook out of the equation. He has an uncanny ability to show up and score in bunches, as we saw in the playoffs last year. How far is the drive for you to PNC? It's only 4 hours if I get out of here at the right time. That can take me 6 or 7 if I leave at the wrong time and catch traffic. That's the only issue. Plus, I gotta make sure my dog's taken care of and all that type of stuff. So that's gonna be my next thing. I'll figure that out eventually at some point or another. I'll in the morning. I'm gonna make arrangements to be able to try and come. I'm gonna do my best. I told him I was gonna be down there, so one way or another, I'm gonna make it happen. I wonder if Pesci will be back. It will help to have him back in the lineup. Just the amount that it would help the penalty kill just to have him back in would be immense. That alone would really start to tip the series more in the Hurricanes' favor if they can have that. Alrighty, so I'm going to start going over some of the stats here a little bit, and we'll talk about like the ins and outs of the games as far as metrics go and everything like that. So the Rangers only scored 1 goal. That was Jacob Trouba unassisted on a shorthanded goal, which was not on my bingo card at all. That was just from where Aho lost his edge. Like, the ice must have been really bad there around the point because Shea lost his edge there. I saw Kuzi lose his edge there at one point or another. Shots on goal were even in the first period at 9 apiece. In the second period, Carolina 9, the Rangers 6, and in the third, Carolina 10, the Rangers 6. Carolina had a total of 28 shots versus 21 for the Rangers. Face-off percentage, Carolina got killed in the face-off circle up until the third period. But the overall numbers, Carolina won 33.3% of face-offs. That cannot happen on Thursday, and 66.7% for the Rangers. Both teams went 0 for 3 on the power play. Hits, 19 Carolina, 25 for the Rangers. Block shots, 19 Carolina, 24 for the Rangers. Giveaways, Carolina managed the puck pretty well tonight. They only had 2. And takeaways, Carolina had 4, and the Rangers had 3. Looking at the rest of the scoring summary now, Jordan Staal scored that highlight reel goal where he stretched out and beat Igor Shesterkin. Kuznetsov, then that was his first goal of the postseason. Dmitry Orlov, 3 assists. Evgeny Kuznetsov, his 3rd assist of the postseason. Evgeny Kuznetsov had his 4th goal of the postseason with Brady Shea's 8th assist. Jesperi Kotkaniemi got a point on that one, so hopefully that'll build his confidence. Jordan Martinook with his 2nd goal. The first one being that really electric one that he scored against the Islanders in Game 2 in the last series. Jack Drury with his 3rd assist of the series. Martin Necas with 5. And Martin Necas would score the empty net goal for his 3rd of the playoffs, with Jalen Chatfield having his 2nd assist of the playoffs and Jack Drury having his 4th assist and 2nd point of the night. And then to look at I'm looking for the goaltending numbers here. Box score. All right, so let's see. Goalies, Frederick Anderson, 15 out of 15, even strength, 5 out of 5 power play, gave up the 1 shorthanded goal, 20 saves, 21 shots, .952 save percentage. And for the Rangers, Igor Shesterkin, who I imagine we will still see on Thursday night, 21-24, gave up 2 or saved 2 on the power, let's see. He gave up all of his at even strength, save percentage, .889. So that's that for the basic metrics. When I'm looking at the money puck odds, or at money puck here, let's see. I want to look at the lines. Okay, so expected goals, all situations. I want to look at the lines in particular, what I want to look at. All right, so in the 90 percentile, Gensel, Aho, Svechnikov, 80 percentile, Kotkaniemi, Kuznetsov, Nason. I think that Rod needs to start leaning on that line a little bit more. In the 60 percentile, Martinook, Drury, and Necas. And then the first Rangers line to be credited in the 60% percentile at 59.3 actually is Lafreniere, Trocheck, Panarin, Teravainen, Staal, Jarvis in the 50% or at the 47.49, and then Kreider, Zuzana, Jad, Roslovic, and the rest of the Rangers ranked between 40 and 20% on the expected goals in all situations. So, and lastly, to look at the rest of the advanced stacks, Corsi, Carolina was 48-52. Fenwick also favored Carolina 37-23. Shots favored Carolina 24-15. Scoring chances favored Carolina 26-18. High danger chances 13-5. Expected goals 2.11 to 1.7 or 1.67. So the Hurricanes dominated everything in terms of advanced metrics tonight. but they got to clean up the problems in the faceoff circle. And I think that's where you need to really lean on Jordo and you really need to lean on Jack Drury, because Aho's been constantly going up against one of the best faceoff guys in the game, and that of Trocheck. And plus, Trocheck plays the psychological warfare game a whole lot as well. He's a hard guy to play against. We know that from when he was in Florida. We know that from when he played for the Canes. So it's just one of those things. I think that they're just going to have to power through it when it comes to the faceoffs. That they're not going to be as dominant in the circle as they are normally. So that's just, you're going to have to find other ways to win around there. If you can get the faceoff percentage above 50% against the Rangers, all the better. But their center depth is actually pretty solid in that regard. Matthew Brown says the one thing that needs to change is overpassing the puck. They keep trying to play fancy hockey. Just simplify the game and don't turn over pucks. Love the channel, and thank you for your service. You are quite welcome. Yeah, that's one thing that was annoying the shit out of me. I don't know how many times when they went in on entry, and it's like one pass too many every time. It's just like, I understand the need to distribute the puck at the blue line to try and open up ice in front of the net so that you can generate better scoring chances. They're still being a little bit too cute with it. You don't have to play hot potato with it on entry. Get it in the zone, get it as deep as you can, and then make a pass. I know that part of this is from them from earlier in the season where they were having a hard time generating clean entries at all, and it was killing them, and it was an arduous system, and it was wearing the players out, and I think that's part of the reason they had the issues they had at the beginning of the season. Whereas now, they're getting plenty of clean entries, but when they do it, they're passing it a little bit too much, trying to work it a little bit closer to the interior when, like you're saying, they need to just simplify their game in that regard. Like, for example, with the penalty kill, I feel like that they simplified the game. It looks more like that they're running a box formation now instead of trying to run a zone diamond man-on-man type of thing. It's working much better, and the results are there. Carolina has given up more shorthanded goals than they've given up power play goals in the last 2 games, which is uncharacteristic as fuck, but weird playoff hockey between 2 of the top 3 teams in the league in the second round, I guess, will cause statistical anomalies like that. A big thing might also be the giveaways. The Canes had 2 while the Rags had 8. Yes. Question, what do we do for the next 2 days? LOL. Well, me personally, I am debating on whether I want to watch the Fallout TV show or not, because that's one of my favorite IPs. I have my reservations about it because of some of the things I've heard about it. I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to get more of my stuff hung up back here. I'm going to go get some ice time of my own, hopefully in the morning if I can wake up on time. I'm going to go skate, and I've got a new stick that I've hardly tried out. I got a True Catalyst 9X3, and I don't like these modern sticks. That's why I'm going to start ordering like custom ones from ProStockSticks.com. I did manage to get my hands on another CCM AS5 Pro, and I got it for $200. So I was really happy about that because I had one of those and I broke it. And it's actually, there's a short, one of the YouTube shorts that I have on my channel is of me breaking that stick because that motherfucker just disintegrated. And I didn't even really lean into that shot that hard. Aho straight screwed the pooch on that shorty. Yeah, I don't know why he lost his edge so bad there, but I saw a couple of people lose their edge at that spot. But he tried to tight turn, and I don't know what happened to him there, but he just straight went out the fucking. It's just his feet just came right out from underneath him. BTS, I'm gonna get going. I had fun chatting. Yep, I had fun too, buddy. I'll see you next time. But I'm gonna have to call it a night here shortly too because I'm exhausted, and plus I got to start making my plans to come down there. I don't know how exactly that's going to work yet, but I will figure it out. It's something that I'll just figure out tomorrow. So, all right, guys, this has been a wonderful day. Hopefully we can have another wonderful day on Thursday. And I'm glad that the Canes had practice and morning skate and all that. I hope they keep doing it because clearly that's what's going to, that's been really helpful for them because they still got, they've climbed their way halfway out of the hole. They still got to do the rest. J-Dub says, have a good one. Yes, absolutely. Have a good one. But I'm exhausted. I'm going to go lay down. I'm going to go to sleep. Y'all, thank you very much for everything. I will see you again soon.